Hi, my name is Keith Chapman, President and CEO of Goodwill Industries Southeastern Michigan, and I'd like to welcome you to Honors Night. Tonight we celebrate all things mission. You're going to hear stories of individuals who are overcoming barriers on their way to self-sufficiency. The success stories you'll hear tonight are made possible by our community's generous donations to our retail stores in the form of gently used items. From our partners in the community that allow us to partnership for skill building and job training, and to those who financially support us in an effort to continue Goodwill's mission. And for that, we say thank you. Although tonight you'll only hear a handful of stories, there are hundreds more that are just as inspirational. We're so thankful that you'd join us. Enjoy the evening.
Good evening and welcome to Goodwill's Honors Night. Goodwill Honors Night is one of my favorite nights of the year, every year, because it allows us as an organization to show off what great work is being accomplished by our clients, our individuals within the organization, and the companies who support us. My name is Frank Rebar, and I've had the unique perspective of taking in Goodwill's Honor Night as a member of the board of directors for several years. And I can tell you that each time Tracy, my wife, and I leave the event, we are so thrilled and so uplifted, and we often remark that we should do this once a month rather than once a year. So I hope you will sit back, relax, really take in the stories that you hear tonight, and I hope that you're inspired to make more connections with Goodwill, and particularly Goodwill of Southeastern Michigan. Have a great night.
My name is Larissa Dohanyuk, spelled with one S, and Dohanyuk is really hard to pronounce. Project Search is really for people who struggle getting a job after high school, really reserved for people who have an IEP, an individualized education program, which I actually did have because the school thought I had autism and treated me like, Larissa, you have autism, Larissa, you have autism. And for the longest time, I believed it. So I thought to myself, Project Search would be a good opportunity for me to really improve on my skills. And that's what I did. So I took 3 internship programs through Project Search. So I got to work in 4 different departments, which is also pretty cool. So for the first 3 months, I worked in a total rehab next to the YMCA. And what's nice is that because I work at the YMCA now, I know everybody in total rehab, so whenever they come by to say hello, I know their names. And the next one was maintenance. I was the first lady to work in maintenance, and tell you what, I had a blast. I got to break things and then put them back together. And then I made it work. And the last one, I had basically a double header. I worked in a maternity wards, cleaning the rooms. And I also got to work in the afternoons at the ProMedica Farms. So it was really nice because I got my hands dirty, and it was so relaxing because I was surrounded by all this green, and this green is alive, and I like this alive green things.
It has been a interesting journey from where we started to where she is now. She didn't speak English until she was like 3. We speak Ukrainian. They told us we needed to stop speaking another language and we needed to work on English. And that's kind of when we found that communication was very difficult. So it was like you'd ask her name, she would repeat, oh, the sky is blue. So we had to go through a specific training process of if someone asks a particular question, you have to respond in a certain way. So we did that for a very long time. And then elementary through high school, that transition was difficult. She had a very hard life with children that were just horrible. Even adults, for that matter. It was really disheartening to see that adults could treat a child the way that they did in a school. And then looking at where she is now, the talent is just amazing. She's an artist, musician, a language connoisseur, just the biggest heart that you could even think of. And then, so at this point, I can hardly wait to see the type of person she's going to become. Because truly, her vision, what she wants to do in the future, is going to affect so many people in ways that probably haven't even been thought of. So it's been an interesting journey.
When she first came to Project Search, she was a little quiet, unsure of herself. She was afraid she was going to do something wrong or wasn't quite sure what she was doing. And as she grew through the program and in the different departments that she worked in, she just tackled every task head on and just did a fabulous job and just grew immensely in the program and learned a lot and is now very employed, and they just adore her.
I guess it's just sometimes people need that little extra push. I think that's a good way to put it. Because if it wasn't for Goodwill, if it wasn't for the ISD, if it wasn't for Project Search, if it wasn't for anybody, I would probably be in my mama's basement for the next 35 years. But I'm just happy enough to say that I feel very successful, especially in my life. And where it's going so far, it's looking pretty bright.
Good evening, everybody. And as usual, I have to adjust this downward a little bit, but that's been a lifelong endeavor. So anyway, welcome to Honors Night. My name's John Haught, work at Goodwill Industries. You've heard it a couple times before. It's my favorite night of the year, a beautiful evening to celebrate achievement. And so this is about Larissa. And the first time I met Larissa, we were talking a little bit earlier before the event got started, and I was doing an interview, mock interview with Project Search over at Charles and Virginia Hickman Hospital, ProMedica, and she came in for an interview and sat down. And, you know, I was interviewing all the students, and at the end of the interview, talked to Kurt and a couple of the other ISD folks and said, "I have never seen somebody interview so well in my life." I was thinking back to when I was her age, I never interviewed that well in my entire life for any job I ever had, and this was a mock interview for practice. So Larissa she stood out, her confidence stood out, and talked to Tamara Terry, who's an employee of the ISD, does some job coaching over at Project Search, and she elaborated on just how multifaceted Larissa's talents really are. Artist, showed me a couple of her renderings on that she had on her phone. Just absolutely outstanding. So Larissa's a unique individual, unique talents, and as the video illustrated, the sky's the limit for this young woman. Let's give her a round of applause and congratulate her. Larissa, the microphone is yours.
I would personally like to thank you all for coming this evening, and I appreciate the level of support that I have received from all of you. And then again, дякую.
Hold on, Larissa, just 1 second. There's one other thing we have to do. There is we mentioned Larissa's talents. There is a world premiere music video that we'd like to show everybody tonight. So hopefully I don't know if there's any record executives in the audience, but I think let's just kind of stand back, kind of enjoy this. Larissa will go down here, and or we'll stand right here. We'll go down here and watch the video. Everybody enjoy this because I think it's a beautiful thing.
Nickelback's playing on the radio. My old dad's taking me out on the boat just for the weekend to get my feet wet. Early this morning we went out fishing. Got no bites while the sun was rising over the trees. Still I'm living it. Days seem to get longer than the nights. A little less time to play and see the lights. I guess the sun would need me more than the moon and the stars do. I'll be driving a rusty old Chevrolet up and down a dirt road all damn day, but instead I'd be sitting home, plucking my guitar, entertaining the guests. Mama's cooking and blaring country music. Them recipes made it hard to pick the best ones for the supper. She asked me if I could do her a favor, which one of these will have the most flavor. I didn't care, yet I'm happy. Days seem to get longer than the nights, a little less time to play and see the lights. I guess the sun would need me more than the moon and the stars do. I'll be driving a rusty old Chevrolet up and down a dirt road all damn day, but instead I'd be sitting home, plucking my guitar, entertaining the everyday I listen for my name. Kinda glad the day never came. Days seem to get longer than the nights, a little less to play and see the lights. I guess the sun would need me more than the moon and the stars do. I'll be driving a rusty old Chevrolet up and down a dirt road all damn day, but instead I'd be sitting home, plucking my guitar, entertaining the guests. Hey, ooh. Thank you so very much. I like that.
Last but certainly not least, I'd like to present Larissa with her Achievement Award tonight, so another great round of applause. There you go.
This award is a lot heavier than I expected it to be. But anyway, this will look nice. This will look nice on my dresser. But again, thank you so much for coming out. This is a really fancy gala. Any fancier than there would be an ice sculpture and a live band. And thank you again so much.
Thanks, Larissa. Have a great evening.
Thank you as well. Thank you so much.
My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am a machine operator at Camco. When I first started there, I wasn't outspoken. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I look at them. I wouldn't talk to them. I wouldn't talk unless someone comes and talk to me. That's how I was. But I've been there for a whole year, and I learned a lot. I'm still learning today.
My name is Julie Ramos, and I'm Antonio's favorite aunt. Antonio is unique, different, in good ways, a lot of different ways. Very shy, like everyone states, but has grown a lot from the young boy he was to the man I see him today. The shyness in him kept him more reserved, and when he started at the Goodwill and was doing his work, the thing I noticed the most was when I would ask him, how's it going? And he would just be excited to tell you what he learned, what he was doing, how he could put a lamp together, the enjoyment that it gave him to be able to do things like that. The most recent is working at the plant that he works at. He likes his paycheck. The independence that it's given him to buy his own things. He likes to be at work every day, which is big because it just shows that he's dependable and he likes what he does. He does.
Antonio's one of the only students I've had that scored 100% consistently. I'm glad to see him get this award. He was really shy at first, and once he got to know me, then he opened up, and if he had any questions, he would ask, and other than that, he'd just go right to work. To see somebody like when I heard Antonio got a job at Camco, you know, that's a good feeling. He's gonna go places, and that's pretty satisfying, and makes my job worthwhile. Antonio, he deserves it.
For one thing, I mean, he was my preemie. You know, he made it through that, you know, to a flat line to bring him back, you know. So he's my miracle baby. That's what we always used to call him that. So, I mean, to get him to where his accomplishment from before to now is a lot. If he didn't have the job and keep him busy, then he probably would have went another way. So I think Goodwill has really helped him with that. You know, kept him busy during the summertime. That's where he'd work, you know, instead of playing in the street or doing things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. So that really helped.
He says he's different. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own ways of learning things, doing things. He needs and likes to have that guidance of showing him how to do things, and knows he can do it if he's just given the opportunity. And I think that's what Goodwill has done for him. He's had the support of his family. He's had the support of Goodwill. He has the support of the factory he works at, to know that he needs that a little extra guidance, and he can do it. He will do it, and he's shown that he can do it. So that's what makes it good for him, and good to be able to have the opportunity he has had through his high school years to now. But he's definitely blessed to have everybody that has supported him and getting to where he's at today. Big success story, I think. I think he is. I have no doubt he's going to do well. He is. He's got the right people behind him pushing him, so he'll be okay.
I can do that. If I could work here at a warehouse, which is kind of like a factory but a little smaller, then I could work a factory. If I could work a factory, let's say one day I decide to choose another factory. Let's say I decide to choose 12 hours. I do work that's 12 hours. I can do that. It just gives me confidence and knowing that I grew. I feel like I grew. I didn't know. I did not know that I was going to be able to make it as far as I am right now. Just me working, I'm able to do. I'm just able to do it.
Well, that video kind of says it all about Antonio, but a couple of things I wanted to add. I was talking to Antonio and his family here a little bit before things got started, and Antonio doesn't remember, but I do. The first time I met him, he was in our refurbishing department as a student over at the Goodwill headquarters, and Mark Goodwill introduced me to him. And I told Antonio, I said, I have to go by there a lot, going back and forth when I have to go back to my office. And every time I'd go by there, I'd look in, see what was going on. Some of the other students and people that were in there, Mark included, by the way, was kind of screwing around a little bit. But Antonio was never doing that. He always was working, always was working. Now, obviously, he's a man, or was a man of few words. I think there's more words now, but for all of the employers and people who work in the audience, this man does not miss work. When you talk about that proverbial work ethic, he's got it and then some. He lets his actions do his talking. He's got great family support, obviously. And this is the tip of the iceberg as far as where Antonio could go. So once again, congratulations, Antonio. Well deserved. Here's the award, and I'm going to hand the mic over to Antonio.
Can you guys hear me? I'm not the one to speak a lot. I want to say thank you to, first of all, my family and everyone that has supported me throughout my life. Like I said in the video, I didn't think that I was going to make it this far. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make it to, well, first I didn't think that I was going to make it to graduation. I didn't think that I was going to be able to graduate and then right away start working like I did. I thank Goodwill a lot for my accomplishments and my upgrowing into the workforce. Where I'm working now is Camco. I thank Camco a lot for me just learning everything that I needed to learn. I'm still learning now. I continue to learn every day. I continue to go to work every day. It's a struggle to getting up. I'm not gonna lie. It's a struggle to getting up every day. But I do it for 3 people, honestly. My grandma, my niece, and my mom. And I do it for all 3 of them. Thank you.
My name is Charlene Gilbert. I'm a supervisor and an office person at Country Market. You know, everybody needs to eat, you know, and they could go somewhere else. So we try to make their experience good so they'd be like, I'm going back to Country Market because I like the people. They have a bagger at each lane. They're asking if they want to carry out, you know, how's their day going. People like to be interacted with, not just take their money and buy. You know, we want to make sure their experience is a good one. We want them to feel welcome, like it's a family, like you can joke around with them, or like we try to call them by name, and so it's nice. It's a nice place to work.
Everyone's welcome here. We want you welcome. We want you to feel like your family. A lot of customers come in just to be here for an hour, just walk around talking, having a good time. The most rewarding part for me is my people. You come in, you have a good time, you talk, you're friends, you have a rapport where you don't find that many places. We got good stores, good selections. Come on in, check out our Goodwill kids.
We provide opportunities for individuals to be able to help them be successful. So finding companies like Country Market here is an awesome experience for individuals because they appreciate them. They're beneficial. They let them get right into the task. Most of the time they're bagging up in the front. They get carts. They help out in other different departments if they're needed. So they're inclusive to the market with the other employees that are here. So in a typical situation would be, you know, finding out that somebody wants to work in a grocery store. Then I would contact the employer, which is Arnie. In the beginning, when we first started working together, I would meet with him. Now I can literally make a phone call and be like, hey, I have somebody that wants to try this out. And he's always just like, yes, you know, by all means, come in, you know, or send them our way. They're very gracious in regards to the open door policy and trying anyone. They let them come right in, and the direct support professionals here with them to help guide that training process, and it always works out. And they're always appreciative of us being here. To be able to make a call and you know deep down that they're gonna be like, yeah, and then that's one more person that gets an opportunity to try to prove themselves to be a good worker.
Dawn calls and she has a kid that needs some placement or some chance to have an opportunity to work and get some experience out there, and we welcome them all. You know, we'll take any kid that wants to try. Get them in here, get them doing something, get them thinking and moving, and some opportunity out there for them, give them job training. And most of the kids we hire on, they're great kids, they just want to work. I would encourage other employers to take a chance. It's just a good opportunity for everybody because you'll get some good people out of it. You'll help the community with the kids get some chances too. It works so well. We have so much positive input from customers, from other workers. You know, our owners love having the kids here. Come on in and take a look. We'll welcome you anytime, day or night. The kids are here all the time. They do anything. They just want a chance. Well, we are one big family. Country Market and Goodwill.
Once again, the video says it all, but you know, we work with a lot of community employers in the communities that we serve. But Country Market really exemplifies cream of the crop, so to speak. When you talk about equal opportunity, they provide it on a daily basis, and don't get them wrong. They're running a business, so when we have people over there to train, they're there to do a job. They're there to be there and do the job, and the Country Market's expectations are very, very high in that regard because they have a business to run. But they've realized the value of giving people opportunities and showing what they can do, and obviously that's what they've done for a long time. And I do all my shopping at Country Market, that's for sure. So got Shar here today. Shar and I have known each other for a long time, unfortunately for her. But it's just, I can't say enough about an employer who just really looks at people for what their abilities are and what they can bring to the workplace and the culture. And Country Market is just that. So, Shar, congratulations. Country Market, Joe's here today too, so fantastic job. Fantastic job. And I'm handing it over to you.
I'd like to thank Goodwill and all of you people that work for Goodwill. You have a great business going and a great group of people that work together. Like, this is their second family, and that's how we work at Country Market. Excuse my voice. And we really appreciate the Goodwill people coming in and being so dependable, because in the world today, and even I've been there 37 years, so I've worked with Goodwill a lot of years, but today is such a different society, and they come in and they do the job. They're dependable, they're eager to please, they're friendly, and it's amazing to see them start out and be very quiet and very like Antonio, just quiet, and then to bring their personality out and to get confident in what they're doing. And I really appreciate Goodwill, and I'm encouraging other businesses to give them a chance, because everybody needs a chance. Thank you.
My name is Deb Dix. I'm a counselor on the Boys Wing at Maurice Fair Campus. I'm involved with Next Step, or the work program with Goodwill. We look at it as a beneficial component to help the youth move forward with their treatment and with their lives. The youth here are all committed through the court. Unfortunately, they've been involved in some criminal activity of some sort. There could be traumas from any sort of thing in life. They might be just juvenile offenders. We have youth that are homeless and get involved with criminal acts due to that, being homeless. We get kids that have struggled with sexual offending. We get kids that are just lost in the shuffle and can't seem to find their way, so they're committing criminal acts. But that's really how they get here to begin with. We don't find really too much out about the youth until they're actually in the program. Once they trust us and are able to say, this is what's happened to me, or this is what I've done, that they've never been able to expose that or talk about that anywhere else. So a lot of times we're not in the counselor mode, we're also in the parent mode, getting them to school, getting them to work, getting them off campus, getting them to do community service, anything to promote their health and well-being.
Oh man, it's quite busy here. It's quite busy. Helping kids get through their daily activities, setting goals with the youth, coming up with coping skills, trying to sometimes put out fires by de-escalating the youth that have just somehow they're just overwhelmed and just need some help with just regulating their emotions and calming down. So the goals here are just, to give them some coping skills, give them some things that they can utilize, not only when they leave, but just in the future. So we list those and we talk about them and we figure out solutions and we come up with goals, not only for the future, but daily goals, just how to just get through the day and just how to manage, their behaviors daily. And then we take, steps forward and weekly, and we turn it into months, and then we go yearly and just try to develop the goals that they can be successful and they can see.
For a lot of kids, they come through the court, which is kind of scary. They don't fully understand all of that. They get here, they're out of their home and their own surroundings, so that can be very nerve-wracking. It takes them a little while to kind of calm down and realize that they're safe here. We try to form more of like a home kind of environment so that they can feel more safe here. I think it's important for that because if they're going to open up and talk about things, you have to have a very caring environment to help them do that. And I think that through that journey, the longer they're here, then they're able to understand that we care about them and that we want the best for them. And so then they start working on their treatment and building their self-esteem. They become more self-assured for themselves. So when they leave, they can be more productive. We start out here with a budgeting group. And so when they go to Goodwill, that kind of adds to that understanding of what the responsibilities are of being able to carry on a job, show up for a job, be able to make money and understand what that's for, and be able to listen to instructions and follow them. You see that build them up as like, I can do something and I know that this is helping me and I'm being responsible and this is my money. They get excited about that I can earn my own money, and understanding that instead of doing it more of an illegal way, they do it in an honest way. The kids that we work with struggle as it is, and just to know that there's someone that cares and understands their journey and that they're still there for them and can help assist them to be successful. I think that's the important part of that.
I don't know where we would be without Goodwill, because I think that is a huge part of the learning process for these kids, to be able to go to work, to feel good about themselves. It gives them a break from the campus too, They get to leave the campus, they get to go to work, they get to experience that for a little bit, get out of here, and it's almost like they can charge their batteries a little bit. It's like I got a break from maybe some treatment or maybe something going on in the wing or everyday occurrences of school. And they feel good about themselves. And I want to be up front and know that message that we're sending to these kids is supported by Goodwill, obviously. They're paid. They feel good about themselves. They want to get into the community. They want to buy a pair of tennis shoes, and they have the means to do that. The difficult part can be getting them to manage that money the way they should, and that's all a part of it with Goodwill. And even in school and in the wings, we try to tell them that it's like, okay, so you're making money and you want to save that. You just don't want to blow it. And a lot of kids are making a really decent amount of a wage, and they're saving some money, and they're leaving, and they're able to do things. We had a girl not too long ago who bought a car. There's been a lot of success stories.
Goodwill has a partnership with the Marie Spear campus that allows us to be a contributing factor to these students, to the campus, and to our community. This partnership with the campus was designed to augment or supplement their treatment program, to provide work skills for these residents and students to advance in their lives and in their careers. The one thing that's important to note, that it is not a substitute for anything. It is a complement to the program that I think is very necessary, because it really adds a whole life approach to the program, and I think that's very important, the skills that these students learn. It gives you a different perspective every day, and I think we all of us that work together with this, I think that word perspective is a powerful word, because you see certain things, you see the evolution of a resident and a student becoming more confident, making changes to their life so themselves and their families can maybe move out of where they have been stuck for a period of time. And to be a part of a team that can have that type of an impact is it's immeasurable. Gee, we started this partnership with Marie Spear campus back in 1998. Rod was there, and the Detroit Lions were bad that year too. So some things never change, but this partnership certainly has. It's always been a great, solid partnership, and but through the years we've worked together to in a continuous improvement sense to try to continue to elevate the opportunities that these students have. And at this point in time, this is my opinion. It is the best it's ever been. With Rod's direction, the great staff at the campus, the support from the court system. It's a very practical approach that goes along with the legalities of the scenario as well as school and everything else. But as the video illustrated, when you get a chance to work together with a group of people that have a true passion for helping individuals turn things around in their lives. You notice it right away, and it's always been that way with working with Marie Spear Campus and Rod and all the folks. So can't say enough about the partnership. It's only the beginning. It'll continue for a long time. So I'm going to hand it over to Rod. Rod, here you go. Congratulations. Thank you very much, and the microphone is yours.
Well, I'd like to thank Goodwill. I'm not sure where our program would be without John, Crystal, and Karen. There's probably not a day that goes by that they're not at the campus working with the kids. They're very involved with them. The kids work a couple days a week during the school year at Goodwill. The job coaches, the court system, obviously. The campus board has been a supportive factor in that for years, and we just hope that it continue, and thank Goodwill for everything they do. We appreciate them very much. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Tracy Houston. I am a artist and an author and a member of the Blue Boutique.
The Blue Boutique is a program for a little higher functioning individuals with barriers that want to start their own small business. And we help them with whatever piece of the puzzle they need. Sometimes when they come to us, they have already started their business and have a pretty good base. Sometimes they just have a spark of an idea and haven't gotten very far yet. Some of them need help with the research. Some of them need help promoting their business. So it just depends on the situation. Maybe sometimes we might help find them a class. It helps individuals with their self-esteem. It helps them with the quality of their life. They feel self-worth. They feel proud of themselves, that they can have a job. They have their own business. It's just a really cool program for individuals that have barriers to be a part of. When Tracy came, she wasn't painting canvases. She wasn't doing that. She wasn't really sure what she wanted to do, and that's where she started with the pots. And one day she had brought some drawings in that she had done at home, and that's when we knew we needed to back up and have her start trying her hand at some actual canvas painting. And when she did that, we were just blown away because the canvas paintings are just absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, she's done everything. She painted, she never tells me no. Anything that I want her to try, she'll try.
My dad took us up north. He would always used to take us up north to Upper Michigan, up to all the lighthouses because he put his heart into them. I like the colors and the history because they fascinate me. Rhonda Chun gave me this idea about the books about the lighthouses and giving them to little kids that need them. It took me about 2 years to get that done. Oh, that was quite an exciting day. I just feel like I was famous. I was just writing, giving people autographs in my book. And I felt like a star. Signing and signing and signing, and I sold lots of books there.
I just was so proud just to see her doing this and signing her books and people coming up and talking to her, and it was wonderful. And I got to thank Goodwill for that. Oh, she couldn't have been where she is today without Goodwill. And that goes back to working, before she came here. It filled her life.
It's amazing. Sometimes people just assume they can't do those things. And then if you let them and you take those restrictions away, it's amazing how much they'll flourish and surprise you and do things that you would have never thought. It's just so heartwarming to see, it's what makes me get up and want to be here every day.
Without Goodwill, I don't know what to do. Because Goodwill is such a great place to go, and Blue Boutique does such a great, fabulous job trying to keep our customers happy. sometimes we all struggle, and and when we had to go through that ladder, just keep on climbing up, because that's okay, because you're just only learning. You're just only learning.
Boy, what a woman, huh? So, Tracy is, I just can't say enough about her journey, as she so eloquently stated. A person who has perseverance, resilience, and dedication and drive, and understands that the road sometimes can be rocky. But the confidence level that Tracy has these days, I remember when I first met Tracy, it was a long time ago, about 20 years ago, and she was always a great person, but as time goes by, you notice the way somebody carries themselves, the confidence, the achievements, along with the setbacks and so on and so forth. And Tracy has weathered all of those to get to where she's at today. And there's no turning back for her. She is just a true inspiration to anybody that's known her, and will continue to be that as she continues on her journey. So I want to give Tracy her award. An enormous round of applause, please. And Tracy, the microphone's all yours.
Long as I don't drop anything, but anyway, I just wanted to say to the Blue Boutique, to Rana Jewel, and to all my friends from Blue Boutique and Nikki, I just wanted to say thank you very much, and to all my friends, including from the Hope Center, even all my friends that are just watching me. I just want to say thank you very much. And Mom, you'll always will be my biggest cheerleader. And I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, well, when I first came here, I didn't say a word for probably, it was a while. I was in my shell for a long time. I mean, I spent time with my family, but I spent so much time that I kind of just blocked out everything else.
He was a shy guy, and he opened up more and more, started coming to my desk, talking to me, called me his friend, wanted to sit in my executive chair, so I let him. And after that, he would come to my desk every day and just sit and chat. Good guy. He calls me Dollar Bill. He always says, "Good morning, Dollar Bill. Goodbye, Dollar Bill." And I just crack up, shake my head.
When he first came here, he was really shy, didn't really talk too much, but through the years, you can just see him blossoming up. Everybody knows Nick. Everybody, wants to be by Nick, wants to talk with Nick. Yeah, he's a great guy. He takes his disability and doesn't really have it detour him anything that he wants to do. I remember one time we went to State Park and we were by the swings and everything, the merry-go-round, and he gets out of his wheelchair and jumps on and goes down the slide. He was twirling around on the merry-go-round. And when he was done, he was just so excited that he was able to do that, and have a great day and still be a young man in a wheelchair. So he does not let it detour him from anything that he does.
Okay, so Nick had mentioned that he didn't remember what it was like to be on the beach, or what the water felt like on his toes or his hands, or what the sand felt like. And we had some funds that were given to us to purchase this all-terrain wheelchair with Nick being in mind. So when we got it, he was the first one to use it on the beach. He was so excited to be able to go in it, and just his pure appreciation for just being able to do something so simple as to stroll through the sand and feel the water and the sand. And he was just so appreciative, and we have a picture of him looking out onto Lake Erie, and he's just like, his hands are up in the air like this because he's so excited. But he's actually on our pamphlet because, I mean, what better picture to use for the whole mission? That's why everybody's here, is to see stuff like that happen.
He loves it here. He loves the staff. We think the staff is like an extended family, really, because they really care about his well-being. They care about his success. You know, he practically jumps out the car. He can't wait to get here, see his friends, see the staff. He enjoys everything about it. It's really made him come out of his shell. He was afraid to ask for help because he was afraid people were gonna rip him off, especially with money. So they're building his confidence, and everything is just kind of falling into place after that. You know, confidence with girls. You know, it started with money, but now it's just blossomed. It helped him a lot. He loves it here. Nick at the Restore is cleaning the refrigerators and I think the appliances that come in. That's his job. And that's what he refers to it as, his job. He takes pride in it. He goes there with the group, so there's some camaraderie. The guys are all there cleaning. He enjoys it. It's a good experience for him to get out of the house again more and just really have pride in a job, have pride in getting a job done.
That's a good place. I mean, there's a lot of, if you want furniture, there's always something to buy, so. But work has been good because I haven't had to be alone. I haven't needed to be, you know, I like being around my friends, so you know, that helps a great deal. Having friends is a great benefit in life, because if you don't have friends, you don't really have nothing. You could have everything in the world, you know, but, you know, this place has changed me in ways that I never, you know, in the beginning I never thought it would ever be the same, but I don't, you know, being here, I don't know what my life would be if I wasn't here. I have a great life. I complain once in a great while, but, you know, at the end of the day, I have a wonderful family. I mean, I wouldn't trade anything in my life for anything. Sometimes I feel guilty because I wish some of my friends would have the life I have, but, you know, I just got everything a man could ever ask for, so I'm good.
Great stuff, Nick. Great stuff. I was talking with Terry and Beth before things got started, and just kind of reminiscing. And I still can't remember, but I don't know how many years ago that they gave us a call. I met with them over at our Goodwill headquarters. It's the first time I had the opportunity to meet Nick, and he didn't say a word the whole time. He was very friendly. But then didn't see him for a few years, and then he finally came back into services, and he's a man on a mission now. He's got a pathway he wants to explore. He's got a great sense of humor. Obviously, the dollar bill story, Bill, that's a good one. That's a true one. He's a Michigan State fan. He makes fun of me all the time, and it's well-founded as a Michigan fan. But he's got a great sense of humor. He's highly thought of, and you know, you run into people that, you know, as you go through your life, that everybody likes. Nobody has a bad word to say about him because of their interaction. And Nick is one of those folks. He's a man that just exudes confidence, positivity, and appreciates the things that he has in life, and respects other people to no end. He always wants to help others. I could go on, but this man is a special person, and let's congratulate him once again on his honor tonight.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate this. I never thought in a million years that my life could take such a great turn in life. You know, I have everything a man could ever ask for. My friends are very, very important to me. I'm glad they're here, because without my friends, this award means nothing. And you know, basically, you know, like I said before, if you don't have friends or family and stuff, all the treasures in the world mean nothing unless you have people to share them with and to love with. And I appreciate everyone at Goodwill, and we are the future. We're going to lead the future in many great places, and you know, there's possibilities all over the world, and I really do appreciate everybody here, and thank you, and have a good night.
last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything